I don't even know where to begin, but you know Magic Johnson as well as I think anyone. 40 years you have been having conversations with this man.
Us how old we
Again,
are.
the OG.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to seeing him there? Because you said to me, you were on an actual plane last night when all this happened, and that you got off the plane and you saw this interview compared to the group thing, and you said you could tell he was more relaxed
I saw that
here.
first. Well, I've also spent some time with Magic during the whole trade can't happen thing. That person was a executive. That is Magic Johnson. There's a difference. And yeah, it is. Yes, my first interactions with Magic were 40 years ago. Not 14.
40.
So I mean, I have some sense of sort of when he is at his happiest. That was relieved. It was happy. Look, you can disagree with what Magic did. You can disagree with the way he did it. He has never, to my knowledge, been disingenuous. When? The man's entire life, 40 of his soon-to-be 60 years, sorry, Irvin, have played out in public, right? On the biggest stages, smiles, tears, I mean, heartbreak, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. All of this has played out. That's who he is. Now, you can try to make this Game of Thrones if you want, and people maybe in our business are invested in that. And here's what it really means, and here's what's going on. He wants to be Magic. He wants to be the guy he's been. He wants to go to games. He probably wants to say, I know he wants to say what he wants to say on television and not just on the phone to a few of us. So this is where he is. Is it great for the Lakers? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The Lakers had a lot of challenges, and those challenges remain, right? Maybe even greater challenges. But you know what? Magic Johnson turning 60, maybe 60 is a new 50. He don't need to go out and buy a sports car. I'm sure he's got several of those. He has some options. And he can say to himself and to everyone else, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to do this because I can. And he has options. Most people don't even know the options he has. I know some of them. I don't even know all of them. So I think that was Magic Johnson as he wants to be. It was closer to the guy that I've known for 40 years and you've known for 20. And I guess I sound a little annoyed, because I am, in that, and I'm not annoyed at Magic for not knowing. None of us have ever entered into an endeavor, an enterprise, an agreement, and it wasn't exactly what we thought it was. I know I have. So if he did that. You
don't have to air our dirty laundry. No, I'm kidding.
If he did that, I mean, so I don't want to hear anybody in our business, people who have their own free agency and movements, act as if they stick to every single thing they do and never have doubts.
Okay, so first of all, I want to paint a picture of the people who weren't there, because I was there, Rachel, you were there. Michael, this is what it looked like. You remember in the end of first Iron Man, where they're supposed to have a press conference, Pepper Potts has set it up, and Tony Stark's supposed to come out. He's like, I'm not Iron Man, it's just a crazy rumor or whatever. And he gets up at the podium and he says, I'm Iron Man. And everyone's like, what? And all the cameras, that's exactly what I was like. And I'm resigning. And everyone was like, what? They all just kind of stood up even more on the tippy toes and leaned in. And then he goes for 40 minutes, which was like, it was a lot. But the things that caught me, I remember thinking while this was happening. One was, he didn't tell Jeanie, he didn't tell LeBron, he didn't tell Rob, he didn't tell Cookie, he didn't tell his wife. And I thought to myself, because he said, I've been thinking about this for a while, how incredibly lonely must that feel? To have this emotion and this feeling.
Or liberating?
No, but up until that moment, the loneliness of, I can't share this burden with anybody, not even my wife, right? But then the other part of it is the reading between the lines, which, of course, we all love to do, right? So when asked, is Rob the man for the job? And he kind of said, that's Jeannie's move, or Jeannie's choice. Well, of course it's Jeannie's choice, but if Rob was your guy, I feel like you would have, even regardless of whether they would have ended up with him having a job or not, he would have said something like, Rob's great, Rob's done a great job. He just said, it's Jeannie's choice. He kind of said, my name's Bennett and I ain't in it. And I think that speaks volumes. And you have to, and then he goes on to talk about how other people in the league, other agent friends of his, have not had the best relationship with Rob. Like, I didn't understand him bringing that point up, other than maybe that relationship is frayed.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was very notable, and the fact that he started to go into it and then he backed off of it, and you heard him say just there in that piece, hey, I'm going to keep it classy, that sort of thing. That's a thread that's still out there that I'm interested in how that pulls out. The fact that he did not talk to Jeanie face-to-face is something we will also talk about.
He didn't talk to her.
A little bit.
I thought when he first started talking, I thought he just Like he told her over the phone, and he was saying, "No, I couldn't say it to her face."
I mean, I'm the one who asked the question because I was like, "Wait, you didn't?" I felt bad interrupting him. I was just like, "Wait, you didn't talk to her?" And he was like, "Nope, I'm talking to y'all first."